Hey, my name's Lara and I'm going to take you guys on a tour of UNSW labs. We're going up to level 6 where our offices and labs are. The true awkward lift experience is always given. Our offices are just this way. And we have the nice Exciton science sign. So we have our kitchen here and our first lab. This is our wet lab where we do all of our fabrication of our OLEDs and organic solar cells. Just have to wear PPE and all our goggles and our gloves. So over here we have our fume hood. This is mostly used for cleaning our glass substrates, which we make our solar panels and OLEDs on. So we have basic chemicals here, isopropanol acetone, and over here we have a spin coater. Our vacuum oven, which is used to dry our samples before we put them into the glove box, and our 2 glove boxes here. So this is our dry box where we do all of our thermal evaporations in this chamber here, where we can heat up materials so that they're deposited onto our substrates. Usually when we're fabricating, we start on this side of the box where we deposit our wet materials. I have some substrates which I'll transfer inside. Okay, so every time we take something into the chamber, we have to evacuate and refill this to make sure that none of the air from outside goes in, because the materials we use in here are sensitive to water and oxygen. So this just gets done 3 times. Then using the glove box, it's a bit tricky and it took a lot of practice to get a hang of this, but fingers in. Small amount of the orange. There we go. It's spinning the substrate really quickly so that that drop of liquid that I've deposited onto the substrate is then spread evenly across the surface, and then it dries throughout the process. We have our flammable liquid storage here. In this lab, we have our lasers. So we have a interlock entry so that we don't accidentally walk in and blind ourselves. We have a sciencey board for scribbling down like design ideas. So this one is some sample holder that one of the postdocs in our group printed, the OPVs that I make, and pulse sequences for our EPR measurements. In this bay, we have our EPR setup. And at the moment, we're using it to run temperature-dependent measurements of conductivity of some nanowire samples. This big setup here with all of the big magnets and stuff is our EPR measurement setup. So this here is the magnetic field, which we control with this computer over here. There's a long silver bar here. This is the cryostat that we use to cool our samples. So this can be put down to 2 Kelvin, and that clicking noise that you can hear going is the helium cycling. It also has an optical window here, so we can access this with our lasers to look at how excitation changes our spectra. At the moment, it's set up to run a conductivity measurement of nanowires, which is with this trace you can see on the screen. This is a smaller magnet in here. So this one is mostly used for magnetic field effect measuring. It's useful in understanding the dynamics of how these solar panels and light emitting devices are working. Over here we have our 3D printer. We use this to 3D print things that make our life easier. At the moment, I've put on a print for a sample holder for UV vis measurements. So my substrates are really small, they're 1 by 1 centimeter. And if I don't have a sample holder, it's very difficult to put them into the setup. So there's it's almost like a bulldog clip that it needs to fit into. And by having this square that I can put over it and put onto it, it makes it easier to clip into the whole measurement setup. We have a really nice view of the city. We're very lucky. So you can see Sydney Centrepoint Tower and the Sydney Harbour Bridge, just the top of the arch, which is really cool. And a nice view across the racecourse as well. Through here is where we sit and have lunch, and we have a chess set which has become a popular addition to the lunchtime gathering and play 2-minute chess games. We each get 1 minute play, and so you have a timer that you click once you've had your turn. You have about 2 seconds leeway on each go. But it means that the games are done within like 4 to 5 minutes. And we have a puzzle. This one has been here for a long time because it's proving to be more difficult than expected. Well, that's the end of our lab tour. Next time you're in Sydney, come and visit us.